This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Quiet on the set, please! Silence! Silence!
I knew you'd come. I'm not finished with you!
I am the cream, the cream of the crop.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
Because we don't just set the bar, we are the bar.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on thebrokeninfinite.com, Podomac.com, iTunes, and wherever else we find this fine audio recording, and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty Jay, and that is a TWK.
That was the worst Raw I've ever not sat through.
Good twist. Also, you stole my thunder, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I didn't even know you owned a copy of WCW NWO Thunder for the PS1.
Well, yeah. Thanks for stealing it.
By the way, I as well own a copy of that. Let me just see if I can.
Actually, I have Mayhem. I had a copy of Thunder. It got destroyed, unfortunately.
Well, nothing of value was lost.
That is very true.
Yep, I have it right here. I might actually review this in the future. Oh my god, I paid $2 for this.
You paid too much. I paid $2 Canadian, and even that's too much. So
I still have the sticker on it from where I got from the game store.
Well, it's got me in a better mood, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to bring it down.
Bring it down or break it down?
Well, pick a fucking thing. It's got to break down something.
Burn it down!
See? It's already got me in a good mood. I need to be in a bad mood for this because, goddamn, folks, we got to talk. TWK has been tasked with one simple task this particular evening: to bring my mood up after rant mode has been disengaged. And you heard exactly why, because T-Dub said it best. That was the worst episode of Raw ever. Ever. Don't try to give me that invasion. No. Well, what about the 90? No. What about that? No. This one. Let me get the calendar up so I can actually confirm that. November 26th, 2018 is the nadir of WWE. It's the worst episode of Monday Night Raw fucking ever. And I had a whole thing where the clip of the week was going to be Cell Monster going on his rant, or a chunk of his rant, a very small portion.
Yeah, he went on like 30 minutes.
He went on 30 minutes. And then I thought, no. This industry does not deserve a clip of the week after the shit show that its main representative gave us. And like it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, WWE is the representative of professional wrestling. You laugh.
No, Shin. It's Shin. Look on Twitter.
I will. You know what, Shin? I have received the message. It is here. I will check it after I'm done with my rant because I need to be pissed off right now. Quick story. I tuned in Monday Night Raw like everybody else, around 8 o'clock. Yes, I'm one of those poor bastards. And I have the Skype open as I do this particular evening with and await the end of the first segment of Raw to invite Easy, Jody, Bishojo White, who you remember were one of the panelists for Monday Night Riffs, and Mike Shell, who is in the chat room right now. He will say hello to everybody. And I see Baron Corbin healing it out, being a dick, and I'm already bored. Elias comes out, commercial. I open the Skype. We get the thing going. What preceded was Baron Corbin healing out, and the end result, Elias getting his ass kicked. Now, Easy will be the first to admit he is not a fan of Elias, but I've grown to enjoy Elias for what he is. And what preceded was the most boring thing I have seen in my life. And considering the level of talent, yes, including Baron Corbin, it is the most frustrating fucking thing ever. To the point where it's been marinating in my head. Earlier tonight, friend on Facebook, some of you may know as that comment writer guy. He does YouTube videos himself, and I'm not referring to Easy. I'm referring to a local gentleman who I happen to have the acquaintance of. He went on Facebook. He said he's bored. He got some money. He wants to go out. Who wants to hang out with him? And for a solid 10 minutes, 10 minutes, not 2 minutes, not one, 10 minutes, I thought, seriously, in my head, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to cancel the show. I don't care if I have no money. I'm in the fucking hole. I'm going to, you know what? Tweet to the people, sorry, no show tonight. I'm going to be a goddamn adult and be an adult and do something I rarely do and socialize with people. Those who know me know I love doing this show. It's the first time I ever had that thought in my head. And I had serious doubts of my geekdom. It's so serious, I haven't watched a thing from SmackDown. I haven't watched anything from NXT until this evening. I haven't watched anything from Impact other than the clip that will be brought up. And by the way, I have seen that spot. Those of you who know that spot is know exactly what I'm talking about. That spot. I have reached burnout in professional wrestling. You know, when last week I admitted to Shin Tiger Curl and TWK that I had to cancel my New Japan Pro Wrestling World account. This was not out of burnout. It was out of financial need. But I had a twinge of regret. Because I know it. But there was thought of, I'm not missing anything. And I think about it a week later, and I go, oh God, I have no regret about canceling my account to some of the best wrestling I have ever watched. And I have seen some Ring of Honor matches. And I have no regrets about canceling something that I loved for financial need. That's burnout. That's what Monday got to me. Because for the first time, I did not watch a whole episode through. I saw Seth Rollins with his open challenge, with many a challenger, including Mustafa Ali, who was in attendance that particular evening, and thought, oh boy, this will be fun. And then Dolph Ziggler answered the open challenge. And while people in the call were going, oh, this asshole again, myself included, I kept an open mind because, yes, They have wrestled 11 zillion times together this year alone. But both are good workers, I reasoned in my head. I will enjoy this matchup, and knowing that the main event will be Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor, and Baron Corbin being on a complete ego trip, I said the following. You know what, guys? This matchup, and I'm so bored, after this matchup, let's call it a night. The match ends with us being completely satisfied, knowing we have watched the match of that particular evening. The next card showed Alexa Bliss as the main figure of a Bayley and Sasha Banks fan Q&A. And I said, you know what? I know where this is going. Have a good night, guys. I was casting the thing on Chromecast. I stopped the Chromecast. Turned on the YouTube app. Watched myself some SGDQ. Checked on Twitter. And the rage continued. There have been nights, Monday nights, where I've gone to events called TNG, Next Generation. Basically, a bunch of nerdy and kinky people coming together and just shooting the shit, being nerds. I've been to those. Those are fun. But I always left a little bit around 8 or 9. Because I did not want to miss the last hour of Monday Night Raw. I do not have a regret missing an hour of live Monday Night Wrestling. Vince McMahon is making me regret being a wrestling fan. That's not good. And you could say, oh, well, what about independent wrestling? What about New Japan? They're going to try to get up. They've been actively trying to get the talents of those companies. And with some with great success. And while they're in NXT, oh, what about NXT? What about NXT? Oh, I watched Lars Sullivan versus Keith Lee. That was a great Hoss match. And then I remembered, oh, Lars Sullivan is a dick. Impact Wrestling, that was great, but Impact Wrestling's got a shit on itself. I'm sorry. My head is sad. I'm depressed about wrestling. I should not be depressed, but here I am. I see Wrestle Kingdom. I see Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I should be excited. I'm not. Another example. Went to Fighting Back earlier. I sat down. And the only true... And I marked out a few times. I had a good time. I was relaxing, enjoying some wrestling. The one time I marked out. When Jeff Cobb threw that headbutt to Josh Alexander's chest, making it sound like it was a knife-edged chop. Folks, I'm 32 years old. I'm having serious doubts about my geekery. And we could say you could blame creative. You could blame Triple H. I'm not going to blame Triple H. He's doing his damnedest. Vince McMahon needs to go. And until Vince McMahon goes, I am not watching another minute of Monday Night Raw. You can entice me with all the main events. You can entice me with Baron Corbin with a live execution. I might watch the YouTube video. You're not going to get me to watch it live. You could consider that the same for SmackDown Live because I am burnt out on WWE as a whole. Maybe NXT every once in a while. I will watch the takeovers because they are good. And I quite enjoy Mauro Ranallo on commentary. First time in almost 10 years of doing this show, I don't want to do this show. That should tell you how much I am burnt out on this. And don't tell me you like the show, because I know some of you are hardcore fans who keep on tuning in week in after week and after week, and I thank you. But we have people, we had 50, 100 people. Now we're down to, what, 10 viewers? Because most of the people at RVT are Toku nuts. I know. Where's the Toku? Where's the Toku? Where's Matty and the Blue Ranger? Fuck off. Okay, that was low blow, but you get the idea. All I have to show for it is, yes, some nitro trinkets, a tablet that unfortunately has reached which coincidentally and ironically has reached its end of its usefulness. But I've gotten a great 4 or 5 years out of it. In almost 20 years as a wrestling fan, or the 15. Almost 20. I don't want to be a wrestling fan anymore. And considering all the things out there and all the things I say about supporting independent wrestling, I see tickets on sale at a wrestling show that are easily available at my grasp. And I have fallen so much out of habit that I don't want to get. I don't want to. It's right there. All I got to do is get out of the bus. That's on my way home. And I just want to. And I just go back to Netflix and I watch. Well, for example, I've been watching The Layover with Anthony Bourdain. That's what I've been binge watching lately on Netflix. I'm sorry I brought the mood down. But that's how much I have. I could be going out, meeting fellow cosplayers and working on, wig styling. Or, okay, how do I make this thing? How do I stitch that one thing to make my Link cosplay better? Or I could work on my makeup, I want to do a crossplay down the line. I'd like to learn that. I could be doing a million things. And I love hanging out with that troll on the other end of the line. I do. I enjoy popping open a beer and him ripping me a new one for not being straight. I love doing this. But the cost, to me, is getting to a point where I am regretting it. And I'm afraid as long as Vince McMahon is running things on top, I don't think it's going to change. Look at the UK scene. And what they're trying to do with the UK scene, with NXT UK. Oh, it's great, Pete Dunne says. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for wrestling. No, it's not. It's going to fuck everything over. You watch. Yeah, sure, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But 5 years down the line, come back to me how your UK scene is going. And how much of a shit show NXT UK has become. I hope I'm wrong on that regard, by the way. But right now, the pessimist is going, the realist in my head is going, it's not going to happen. It's going to turn into a shit show. New Japan is going through a patch where it's like it's big. It had to break up. It's the highest money-making thing. And the people who are breaking up, the elite, they're leaving New Japan and Ring of Honor with a new rumored, wrestling company. WB is going to do its best to shoot on its fucking legs. Why do you think they're accruing Keith Lee and Matt Riddle? And why do you think they're chasing out all the people? Because they want to make sure that new company doesn't get its legs. They want to fuck over that $1 billion company because they don't want competition. A couple years ago, I'd be like, all right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now I see where this is going. They're going to waste Keith Lee. I feel bad for Matt Riddle. Look at Kevin Owens. Look at what they've done to my boy, Kevin Owens. He should be a 3-time, 4-time, 5-time WWE/Universal Champion. That's how good he is. He should be having feud of the year with guys like AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura is right there. He's had a great match. He could have a feud with him. Dean Ambrose should be the hottest fucking heel ever. And we could go all day how far he went with the Roman Reigns stuff. I'm not going to argue that he went too far because, yes, heel heat is heel heat, but there is such a thing as too far. But they didn't have to go full 180 goofy heel bullshit with him. He's going after Cheap Heat when all he has to do is poke and prod about the cancer. A little more. Yes, it's far, but it's called heel heat, folks. It's nuclear, but it's Dean Ambrose. He's a pro. He could turn that into usable heat. And yet, he's at a pre-tape, taking rabies shots up his ass. John fucking Moxley, who wanted Bryan Danielson's head on a fucking stick, and he's taking it up the ass. That's how I feel every Monday night when I watch this shit live. And frankly, I don't think I want to put Easy and Mike through what I had to go through on Monday. I'm the positive one. I always like to think, oh, that was a good match. Oh, this could go every direction. When 2 weeks later, it goes the entire shit show. Realize I went over 22 minutes on this, 20 minutes on this, but I know I am not the solo monster. I will not pretend to be a better ranter than he is. But I'm at a point where I'm depressed about professional wrestling, and as something that, as a fan of its, as a longtime fan, I do not want to be. So congratulations, Vince. You lost me. You lost me. And knowing how much people are going, what'd you think of Raw every week? What'd you think of this? What'd you think of WWE? Fuck WWE. I don't care if Becky Lynch is the man. She's going to get fucked over because Charlotte's the better attraction. I'm at a point where I'm strongly considering staying home instead of going to Darren's for WrestleMania. And relaxing. And maybe doing Toku riffs or maybe not. Maybe I'll just relax. Have an evening. Play a video game. I could be a whole times more pissed off, but everyone's said everyone's said their piece on it, and I'm not going to add to it much to it other than I'm burnt out. I don't want to be a wrestling fan anymore. That's where I am right now. And no amount of good wrestling could pull me out of that funk this week. Got Fire Pro Wrestling. I barely touched the thing. I had 10 matches on the thing. Mostly because I had a hell of a time trying to figure out how to get it to detect my controller. But that's another rant for another day. Or actually for the third segment, as a matter of fact. Like, I have half the mind to hit stop the show right now, post a thing on YouTube, and go to fucking bed. But there's at least some good news. Sorry if I dragged the whole night down. I know you folks are expecting some entertainment, and T-Dub will do his damnedest to cheer me up. It's going to be his job tonight. But Mike says, next time we get to do one of those, stay for the whole party, forget about missing Raw. Yeah. I think I might actually do that. I'm depressed, folks. I am not feeling good about professional wrestling. That is a feeling I never thought I'd have. And I'm feeling it now, too.
I agree, Pugsley. Let's hug
Pugsley.
back.
Yeah, give me internet hugs, everybody.
Pugsley with the Hugsley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good idea. Because I could use a hug after seeing Drake Maverick taking a piss on Bobby Roode's rope, because that's pretty much what they're doing.
Yeah, we
Mike
got
Shell,
some bits
Hunter.
from bits from Mike Shell.
There you go. Thanks, Mike. Hug it out. Hug it out. Hug it out. All right, let's. You know what? I need a good laugh. I need a good laugh.
Okay. Before we do that, I'm gonna need you to play a little jingle.
Ooh, what do I need to do?
Something we ripped off from somebody else.
Oh, God, really? Okay. Shin? Please tell Pete. I know Pete will not take credit for it, but please do let Pete know. Thank you. The Roddy Strong Total Crap Award.
Oh, you finally saw that.
Yes, I finally saw it. Let me see if I can go on the Twitter machine and dig that up for you folks out there. And all right, well, I believe we're about to talk about Lars Sullivan's thing.
I didn't want to talk about it, but yeah, Lars Sullivan's past got brought up as posts on.
And before we do, let's hit that button. Let's hit that button. It's time for that segment we lovingly ripped off of Nash. Take a look at a piece of wrestling news, bring it to you, and ask, what the wrestling fuck? All right, T-Dub.
So
Let's rant on Lars Sullivan being a goddamn creep.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan says some creepy and racist stuff.
This is one of those cases where it's a long time ago, but someone dug it up. Bless their hearts. Someone dug it the fuck up.
Yeah, someone dug it up, sent it to a whole bunch of dirt sheet websites, and now it's out there.
Yep.
He complained a lot about black people and said that Stephanie McMahon was good fat material.
Which, to be fair, someone sent him a picture of Stephanie with the enhanced rack from back in the day. And, you know, he didn't know he was going to be part of WWE at the time. He didn't intend to be a professional wrestler at the time.
But at the same time, the racist stuff, that's just...
By the way, on the screen is the particular award right there. There's for you folks out there. And by the way, while we're at it, there we go. Made by me, Pete Dunne. There we go. I'm going to save that. We're going to put that up there at a later date, of course. Now there's someone trying to throw in some shade about AJ Styles yelling out the word, the gay F word a lot in videos and promos and everything else. I know TW, you probably heard of that. It's been floating around the dirt sheets as well. One quick Google about the fucker spreading those things, and you can tell that pot kettle black hypocrite. Also, those were promos. A lot of them were promos. And to be fair, AJ Styles is a Southerner and was probably being a heel at the time. You do anything for Cheap Heat.
And plus, I know that these posts from Lars Sullivan from like 2011, which isn't that long ago.
Which is not that long ago, to be fair, but yeah.
Also,
Mark Mortimer in the chat. Where's Pete Dunne's A New Book for Families?
but Lars Sullivan wasn't the only person caught doing stupid stuff this week.
Oh, no.
I love it, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, we should establish a new rule right here, right now. If you are a famous person, do not drink and tweet. Oh my God.
Or do drink and tweet. It just makes our job easier.
Oh my, yeah, because holy shit. How many beers? Actually, no, this is JBL. How many cases of beer?
Once again, all of them.
And what's this beef with, like, what's his heat with it again? I forgot.
He just went on a rant against Cody and Dusty.
He went after Cody, and especially Cody.
I don't get it.
Where's the beef? Where's the heat? And he's going on derogatory rants about Cody Rhodes, and he hates Cody Rhodes. Again, how many beers?
JBL probably had all the beers.
Jables probably had all the beers. You know what? It's been a while. And, I've stolen this gimmick so many times on Toka Riffs, and we may as well do it in wrestling. With apologies to Ross Twiddell, it's John O'Clock, mother! Get in there with swimwear, that motherfucker! Wow.
It just boggles the mind. He apparently just got so upset over something happening. They just got drunk and
he got drunk
tweets at Cody.
or got high. He might have been in Canada and a keg worth 2 bars and a keg's worth. Ooh, yeah, that's actually pedestrian for Jables.
I could just imagine Cody was just sitting on his phone, just laughing his ass off at how stupid JBL looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, or it's like the end of that one BTE episode where it's like, what the fuck is JBL's problem?
Replace Haku with JBL, yeah. Oh, it's like I'm laughing at him because it's JBL. He's a stupid asshole, anyways. But just what got up? What crawled up JBL's ass to get him on rant mode on Twitter? Like that. That's what I'm shrugging here. I'm just.
And I agree with you, Pugs.
There's no excuse for JBL. We're not excusing JBL. We are laughing our ass off at JBL. We are laughing at JBL. Just for the rest of you normals, don't drink and tweet. JBL, lay off the Twitter for a while. Actually, don't. Fuck up your career even more. There you go. Moving on.
In some lesser news, Lucha House Party and Cedric Alexander's car got broken into.
Yeah, that compounded the depression right after Raw. This was after SmackDown, right?
Yeah, because it was during the 205 Live tapings.
Yeah, 205 Live tapings. They're done. Cedric Alexander's hanging out, waiting for one of the Lucha House Party boys, and they get broken into. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Cunts of the Week. The assholes who broke into that fucking car.
And it's still one of the fanny packs.
Bastards. Moving on before I get back into depression mode.
Going on to the Zone of Impact, we saw a rematch between Jordynne Grace and Katarina, with the same result, Jordynne Grace looking strong. But then again, she is Thick Mama Pump.
Thick Mama Pump, really?
That's her nickname.
Really?
Yeah.
Thick Mama Pump.
That's what she calls herself.
Somewhere, Scott Steiner is fapping, he doesn't know why.
There's an image everyone needed.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah, if I have to hurt, so does everyone else. Right, Nash Bozar? All right, moving on.
And speaking of deep hurting,
ooh,
Eddie Edwards was admitted to a psychiatric facility where looks like he'll be staying for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the part where I'm sure Matty wants to talk about. That is the finishing move of the Rascals.
Okay. For those who have not seen this, describing it will not do it justice, but we will do our best. Video. You want me to show video?
No, are you?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But I encourage you folks to go on Impact's YouTube. Yes, you will have to search Impact Wrestling, but do not fret. The wrestling is mostly good. It's actually been getting pretty good. So,
oh, hell yeah.
T-Dub and I will tell you, it is safe. Just don't go too deep into the YouTube or you'll be a hot mess of sadness. You know, stay within like the last year. You'll be fine. Especially, this one's not going to be too deep anyway. So, it's a matchup between Matt Sydal and...
Mike Sydal.
Max Sydal and...
Mike.
Sorry? Mike Sydal?
Yeah, he used to be in Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay. I got the wrong guy.
He was a jobber during the HDNet days.
That's true. That's very true. So Mike Sydal...
Mike Sydal, camera... Chris Bay, I think his name is.
Yeah. And the Rascals, they make their debut. And, of course, Don Callis is being a heel, not putting him over like he does. And the match goes on. It's impressive. And I actually watched the whole match. It's pretty good. You should watch it. But the highlight itself is the finish of the match. Couple of super kicks. You know, nothing to smile at, but it's effective. It's a setup move. The guy who's eating the finish of the year is well, not the finish of the week, but the finish of the week for sure. He lies down. He's upside down, and one of the Rascals, one of the gentlemen, sets up to do is right next at the feet of the opponent, and he sets up to do a standing moonsault. All right, so limp body over here, guy over there. You know, not in perpendicular or whatever you want. They're not in position to be, you know, taking such a move. It looks like he's about to miss the bump out of stupidity. Don't get me wrong. It is not stupid. It is awesome. He proceeds to do the flippy stuff, does the standing moonsault, and in midair, the other rascal pushes him in position to finish the moonsault on the guy.
And it lands perfectly.
That's the best part. Like, he's like midair, push, and boom, dead. 2, 3, minds blown. Yeah. That's a thing that happened. You should go see it. It is good. So, guess who is on the winners list this week? Spoilers. That tag team for that finish.
In other tag team news, we'll be getting LAX versus the Lucha Bros during January 6th for Homecoming.
And Conan is pissed off about it.
Yeah, because he's like, we're family. We're not supposed to be fighting each other. Now everything's going to be different. It's not going to be the same ever again. It's Huey versus Ray all over again.
then again, Hoovie's a dick. Conan has a point, but I by the fact that, you know, by T-Dub's laughter, he laughs because he knows I'm not exactly that wrong.
He's had his less than stellar moments, shall we say?
He's had a moment of what the fuck or two. So I respectfully retort to Mr. Conan, respectfully, with the statement of, then again, Hoovie can be a dick.
And speaking of being a dick, Eli Drake defeated Tommy Dreamer in one hell of a hardcore match in the main event.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say anything else. Yeah, you should go watch it.
Just had to wonder who Eli Drake will take out next. Also, once he arrived backstage, he got a letter that made him very worried.
Uh-oh.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Who would send him a letter and cause him to be so worried? Could it be the return of Crazy Steve?
Da-da-da!
Probably not.
No.
By the way, earlier the night, before we started the show, I teased Matty with some Chuck Taylor news.
Yeah, this you know, I will tell you, I was not feeling it. I actually started the call late because I was in the shower, just, you know, trying to clean myself up from the bullshit and just breathe and think of my rant completely and just, you know, whatever. And I start the thing, I tell T-Dub, and T-Dub says, I got Chuck Taylor news. Okay. He has me intrigued. And T-Dub's microphone is annoying me right now. Thank you. Well, whatever. Go ahead.
Heel turn!
Heel turn?
He apparently beat the shit out of Greg.
When did this happen?
Apparently, I think last night.
New Japan?
Yep.
Was it the end of the World Tag League?
There's still like a week or so left of that, I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Chuck Taylor is a dick in real life.
Now people are wondering, is Chuck Taylor going to join Bullet Club?
No. I mean, no.
Come on. Do it, Chuck. Do it. Breathe with the switchblade.
No. Let's be honest here. Bad Luck Fale would eat him up in a minute. Maybe two if he's not that hungry.
Oh, and I think Mike Shaw has the clip from the Rascals.
Yeah, he actually got. I confirmed that as a clip. Yes.
Oh, nice. Good double team maneuver from Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz.
I'm happy. Happy in my head place for that one. All right, more good news.
And I'm happy that Chuck Taylor finally ditched that dead weight of Greg.
Let's for those who are wondering who Greg is, we're talking about
Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta. I forgot the name.
A.K.A. Waluigi.
My head's been all over the place all week anyway. But
yeah, Trent Beretta, A.K.A. Waluigi.
Yes.
Because Chuck Taylor wanted people to draw Chuck Taylor as Waluigi on Twitter. Which I guess would make him Wario?
He's not that fat, though.
I know. That's why I'm like, doesn't exactly line up. Also, last bit of news, Cody is asking for unsigned talent on Twitter, asking who's the hottest unsigned talent on the indie scene.
More fuel to the fire, ladies and gentlemen.
And of course, I suggested the Ugly Ducklings.
Good call.
And people seem to agree with that. They have more support than I thought, which makes me happy. Their following is growing. And we'll wait to see who does get signed. And Pugsley says that she forgets that Trent's name is Greg all the time. Also, Chuck Taylor's real name is Dustin.
Yeah.
And Matty's real name is Carl.
And your real name is Steve.
Well, I am Irish.
Do you want to keep going with that gimmick, or we don't want to move on?
Well, I got nothing else. That's it.
All right.
Also, I'm not even Irish, as far as I know.
I know I am.
Ah, Mazel Tov.
Let's not troll me too much. I don't want to be pissed off at you. I feel like I might snap if I'm not careful.
Anyways, I believe we have a couple emails.
We do. Let's do the thing. We talk about the emails and comments, which you can send them at the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. And say everybody, Dark Mortimer in the chat, everybody. Say hi, Dark Mortimer.
Hi, everybody.
He's kicking us off this particular week. And it begins, meanwhile, at some rich people gathering at a grump party. Grump. A purple gas starts to leak in the room, causing the party to goers to start laughing under the bullet before falling over. Door opens up. Raven, you know who knew replicating a scene from 1989 Tim Burton replicating a scene from a 1989 Tim Burton film would actually work? Mortimer goes, great film at that. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, Cantor pans out, revealing amassed individuals behind Mortimer and Raven. Rip and Roberta, let's make a difference. Rip Van Winkle holding a mic stand that belongs to Tai Chi. Wonderful! Roberta, they play Hit It. Roberta hits the boombox, they press play. And Rip Van Winkle starts to sing Party Man. So
I've never heard of that song.
I'm gonna
You, Matty?
Mortimer, I will need some confirmation on this. I am going to Google the song. Is it Party Man by Prince? Oh, there's an ad playing. Let's
Let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Ah, the Batman song.
Yeah. And that's as much as I'll play at the risk of getting in trouble for that.
Yeah, we do not need to ire the anger of the shades.
No, or the YouTube.
That either. Yeah, YouTube is even stricter than Twitch.
Yes. Well, no, did you miss this? I've taken leave of absence and managed my own to save my personal relationship, family, on the other hand. Well, let's just say being hard-headed runs in the family. Then we got that out of the way. Let's talk about this week's wrestling. Raw, Rude turns on Gable, allowing the Revival to become number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles against the Authority. Wait, that fucking happened?
Did it?
I don't think it did.
I don't recall that happening. I mean, I didn't watch the show, but in the 50 recaps I watched, I don't recall anyone bringing that up.
Yeah.
So
I know AOP. They became
Oh, keep reading.
In terms of Raw Tag Team, I guess the authors, Bailey and Sasha, took on the rights. Raw and the Good Brothers help Finn win a match against Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre. However, Roberto woke me up, thus ending this much better booked Raw than I was dreaming about. You know, to be honest, this would have been a better booked thing other than taking a piss a Q&A, and Corbin taking a shit on the entire Raw locker room. SmackDown, the A show. You are correct in that statement. Asuka wins the Battle Royal to get a chance at the man Becky Lynch's women's title, and also Charlotte is there.
Also, Becky Lynch's tweet after the match, where she's like, "At TLC, I'm going to defend my title against a person who earned their way to it, and someone else who blah 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 yada yada yada. My daddy, woo."
something woo, something daddy issues, something daddy earned it. Something entitled, actually, excuse me. AJ wants his title back, and Joe brings up the chef's past. For a moment, I was expecting CM Punk to show up. Hi-oh! NXT, the other A show. You're again correct in that statement. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, player 1 and player 2, fought against the Mighty. EC3 calls out Bobby Fish, and Mia Yim beats the long-lost member of the 1990s Survivor Series Visionaries team, Vanessa Bourne. Okay. Winner is Asuka for getting back into the title scene. Raven, Vince, Kevin, if you fuck this up again, I will personally end you. And I don't think the wrestling world will stop you at that point. Becky Lynch for being the man. Dakota Kai for becoming the King Slayer. Sorry, Seth.
Yes, I knew I forgot something. That NXT versus WWE League of Legends battle.
Yeah, she beat the crap out of Seth Rollins. Poor guy.
Yeah, it was like not even close.
Not even, ladies and gentlemen. Rollins was the me of the group. Let that sink in for you, those who know how much of a gamer I am.
Is that how you usually act during the TRPGs?
Wait, he was fucking up and rolling once? No, okay, he's the mic then. He's the mic.
That's what it seemed like. Like, he would always try to go into attack Dakota, and then she would just wipe the floor with him.
Okay, yeah, he is the Mike Shell. I don't think Mike would argue that. Sorry, Mike Shell.
We love you, but apparently you don't have the best reputation when it comes to battling.
Nope. Daniel O'Brien for managing to get the crowd to boo him after coming back from a 2-year retirement, and that much better booked Raw. That better booked Raw that I saw when I was out cold. Like me on a stealth mission. Exactly. Exactly. Like that.
So, Solid Snake, he is not?
He is not. My true story for those who do not tune into the TRPG stuff. We were doing a one-off where the name of the game was Avoid Alerting the Authorities. Lady K, myself, and the Shades, smooth as butter. No trouble at all. Mike Shell, Leroy Jenkins.
Does he just
go straight towards the enemy? We still haven't forgiven him for that. Well, there you go. Loser, whoever keeps booking Raw poorly, that'll be Vincent K. McMahon. Lars Sullivan, we all know why. And Konami, because I ran out of losers to name right now. Looks at the bodies on the ground. These supporters laying here. Miss Mayweather. Miss Mayweather. She was a bitch. Miss Mayweather. She was a bitch. Always yelling at me and Kelly, saying that we were going to hell. For what? Walking near her lawn? No, I super kick her fucking nephew for hitting on me. Okay then. No. Fesmo fucked up at the stealth game, but. And last up, hey, it's everybody's favorite person in the whole world that Tito likes to scream his name at.
French.
Yes, people, I am freaking back. So the reason I wasn't there last week was because I was out of town for a con during the weekend. It was great. I took a crap ton of pics and did win in tournament on Windjammers.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Where I got a Vault Boy Bubblehead. I call him D-Lo. And a €20 on Steam. All in a week's worth. Very nice. To sum up last week, love NXT TakeOver War Games 2. Survivor Series was lackluster, 6-1. Ugh. And both Raw and SmackDown Live didn't live up to the pay-per-view aftermath. However, Raw. I'm okay then. Raw, do you remember that time when Quagmire beat the shit out of Bryan when he found out he slept with his transgender father? That's the feeling I had about this week's Raw. And what I'll do to the creative team, more like Vince.
Oh, that reminds me. Matty, you want some good news?
Sure.
More people watched NXT TakeOver War Games 2 than Survivor Series.
Good. Good. Good.
I have to imagine that hurt Vince's ego just a little bit.
Good. Fuck him.
Easy there, Fale.
You know what? I'm not going to hit the Fale button. Fuck him. Good.
Fuck him!
Hold on. I didn't get the thing in there. Good.
Fuck him!
Better. All right. Ooh, I see. We need a particular clip set up here, but while I do, outside of Spud, who did an R. Kelly on Rude's vest or robe, should have done it to him when he was knocked out. Shouldn't have done it to him when he's knocked out. Everything else was bad. Even Ambrose's promo and last week's was horrid. And on Corbin with some posse of Bobo and Galloway. Yeah, I don't care. Overall, okay, I see where he's going with this. Oh, believe this is what I'm going for.
This is bullshit! This is bullshit!
And instead of get the bricks, it's get the guns, and I need something of guns firing, because I'm not going to do the rat-a-tat sound, you know? And machine gun sound. I think this will work. I think. I hope. Will this work? Will this work?
Activated the bomb.
Oh, it's a video, but that'll work. Get the guns. Hold on. This would have worked much better. Much better. There we go. Yeah, the first one was better.
Welcome to the Matty Plays with Sound Buttons cast.
Moving right along. SmackDown Live, way better than Raw. Asuka's now part of the women's title match. And and afterwards, afterwards, get the fucking tables! And way better than Raw, he says, this says, Furniture Taku, Asuka's now part of the women's title match alongside Charlotte and the returning Becky Lynch. AJ Styles wants Daniel Bryan's head on a stick. Brother Nero celebrates his, quote, 20th anniversary. Horseshit. Excuse me. I'm allergic to bullshit. More if you count this time with Keith Davis and until he's interrupted by Smojo, and Rusev got TKO'd by the big knacker, aka Shinsuke Nakamura. Nothing else to say about it. It was enjoyable. 205 Live. Now the Lucha House Party got a feud with Mike Bennett. Kalisto cost him his match with Noam Dar. Hideo Itami killed the Jobber, and Arya Daivari returns and killed that Jobber and some more. And the Heart and Soul, that's Alexander and Ali, defeat the Juggernaut and Premier Athlete. I need a name for them. Glad I watched it. See? Tell ya. 205 Live, NXT, they go well together. Winners, rumors of the future promotion, All Elite Wrestling. I heard news that it could spell disaster if Vince doesn't get his shit together. Spoilers, he won't. Oh, he'll try to buy out the fucking people, I'm telling you.
Hold on. Spun disaster. Are you saying that their first pay-per-view is going to be Sacrifice?
Get Scott Steiner on the phone, stat! Kevin Owens on Twitter. For those who don't know, he went to on a date with his wife to watch an Elton John concert until it was canceled. Well, him versus John at WrestleMania 35. Expect a package pile driver with his name on it. That's what I fucking said. That's what I have. Kevin Owens in 3 minutes with a package pile driver.
This is what happens when you cross the man known as Kevin Owens.
Yeah, no, but let's not confuse people. Kevin Owens is an evil motherfucker. The man is Becky Lynch.
That's true.
And I mean that in the best way possible, because Kevin Owens is my boy. And he will package pile driver a bitch if you don't listen to him. Anyway, losers. I heard the news of Edge losing his mother recently, Judy Copeland. On our behalf, we wish you our deepest condolences, and I know how it feels to lose a parent. Not fun. Losers, more losers, actual losers. Speaking of JBL on Twitter claiming he would beat Cody Rhodes any day in any match. He was either drunk or someone hacked his account. Either way, it's another excuse to go, it's John O'Clock, mother! Get in there, Lord! Yes, Lord! Aww. This week's Raw, do I need to bring the hammer? I have more fun watching David Arquette in a death match than watching this episode. I'd take 1,000 representations of Bailey, this is your life than watching this episode. No wonder it did an 0.8 in the ratings. That's it. See you next time and take care. In the meantime, where's the writer's office? Down the hall to your right. Actually, forget that. They're just mooks. The actual office is 2 doors down to your left. Yes, it says Vince's office. Yes, you could take a dump. You could do an upper decker in his toilet. I hate Vince McMahon, in case you haven't noticed. All respect is gone.
So, you're not going to invite him to your next barbecue?
Not unless he's the pig being smoked and roasted for the next 24 hours. And even then, he wouldn't taste that goddamn good. Mortimer, good idea. He says, Roberta got me, Scott Steiner on the phone. Good call. Those were emails and comments of the week. You can send them at the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. T-Up and I shall return. And I will be hopefully in better spirits to talk about Fire Pro Wrestling World in first impression form. I shall warn you right now. We shall return. Do not go far, folks. Hold on, I gotta do the thing. There we go. We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Who's Tom Steinmetz? Take one look at them because you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of them. We build vans factory direct. Don't be mistaken by the middleman. Eliminate the middleman. Come directly to our plant. Buy one factory direct. Dusty, tell him.
You know Dusty Roller Magazine does not tell you no lies. Don't lead you astray. Right here, Tom Stammers is going to be in your hearts, your souls, and your mind. Because you can come to the factory right here in Georgia and get what you want to get for the littlest price of all.
This is WMOB Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Hey, watch out now because we got t-shirts coming for you. Everybody in the small towns we're coming to, watch out. Southpaw Regional Wrestling t-shirts, $10. All right, y'all, watch out. It's called karate, and you know what I'm saying right now. If you want to learn it, buy a shirt, and the king will teach you. You know what I'm saying?
Dial Klondike 53226 for your Southpaw Regional Wrestling t-shirt. Warning, may cause ringworm.
And we're back here on the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment, Podomatic.com, Automatic.com, iTunes. I can't talk. Podomatic.com, BrokenInfinite.com, Podomatic.com, iTunes, podcasts and places, live on Twitch.tv/RVT Entertainment. Matty Jay and TWK here with you. And yes, Pelvis Wesley.
The impressive Pelvis Wesley.
Yes. You seemed shocked when I played that. I actually put that together last night when I was actually in a better mood, admittedly.
Like, for some reason, it's like Southpaw Regional Wrestling was not in my mind.
Fair enough. I should have put the Kenny Omega Fire Pro Wrestling ad in, but I'm sorry, folks. I did not think that far ahead. I should have, because I did indeed take advantage of Steam's autumn sale, but it was pretty much their Black Friday sale, and acquired myself a piece of excuse me for the burp, for the combination. Got myself a piece of that Fire Pro Wrestling World action. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a full review. I'm not that good, and it's one of those games you got to play a lot to. Excuse me, combination there coming up right there. I'm not going to give you a full review because you need to play it a lot, and I only had like about 10 matches, which admittedly I lost a lot because I'm still kind of a button masher. It's hard to get back in that timing groove, especially when you only do it in 10 matches. But at the end, most of them were better contests. I was actually getting, like at first I was getting 50 and 60%. Now I'm up to like 80s and 90s in the match quality evaluation gimmick. And also I do not have most of the creator wrestlers because I need DLC, which I don't have because I only had the money for the game itself. I'm going to get the DLC soon enough. I'm actually waiting for Payday to actually do that.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, the difference between the PS4 and the Steam version is that the Steam version is cheaper than the PS4 version, but you have to buy the New Japan stuff separately.
Yeah. The full game and PS4 is regular price, noon, $60 to $70 depending on where you go. In Steam, it's 50% off. It's $20.99. It was usually it's $45. It is cheaper. But you gotta download the New Japan stuff separately. That's the bad news. But that being said, I'm enjoying the thing. It took me a couple of minutes because it was all in Japanese. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta switch the thing to English and got the thing. I gotta admit though, love the presentation.
Yeah, they updated the entrances, so now you have full arena entrances.
They got a thing and. It's nice. I will say this. I have downloaded referees, and ladies and gentlemen, there is a referee called the Fair Bear.
Not even surprised. Knowing the Fire Pro community, not even surprised.
Referee, a bear in a rough shirt. That's what I'm going to say there.
Back on Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, our community had a goose ref.
That's very true. I remember seeing that goose ref in YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah, and one of our members, Orochi Geese, actually had like an entire save pack surrounded by different goose gimmicks. Like there's prom goose, Goosifer, different things like that. It was great. That's the thing about Fire Pro. If you want to do the full realistic stuff, you can. If you want to go all the way out there, I mean, there's even like different anime aesthetics they added to the Cray Wrestler system.
There are literally, like, in the Steam community, there is like a shitload of things. I haven't even scratched the surface yet. So, and honestly, if I am going to stream this game, I'm going to go full Fantasy League with like wrestlers and anime-inspired things. And yeah.
You're going to see Kenny Omega versus Son Goku.
Fuck that. You're going to see Kenny Omega versus Jason David Frank if I can find him. And Kenny Omega will beat the crap out of Jason David Frank.
I have a feeling you're just going to make it like a death match, aren't you?
Oh, no. If it's a death match, put Necro Butcher in there? No. Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh, there you go.
I got a big fucking smile on my face because I'm pretty sure I could actually put that together.
And I'm pretty sure they do have Abdullah's fork move in the game.
Someone will it. I'm sure.
I'm almost certain like that's a grapple move.
So, like I said, barely scratched the surface. This is more of a first impressions. And, you know, like I said, before I got into that stupor of, like, bad, depressive stuff, you know. But, thank you, Mortimer. JDF versus Minoru Suzuki in a gruesome match. For those who don't know, gruesome, mixed martial arts, cage, tap out only.
Yep, knockout and tap out only.
The good stuff. No witnesses. Right, Shen?
I think he left us.
I'll double check. Indeed. Yeah, I don't see him on the list. Indeed he has, actually. Oh, well.
Thanks a lot, Matty.
I think he left us during the emails.
Anyways, you're overall finding the game to be a lot of fun.
So far, so good. Can't complain too much. I mean, I already complained in the first half. Why would I complain about it in the second half of the show?
Indeed.
But yeah, I don't know a full thing because I haven't even scratched the surface with it yet. But I will. I get the feeling I will enjoy playing on my computer again. Or until I get a PS4 and I get the PS4 version of the game, because fuck yes, if I get a PS4, that's one of the first games I'm getting.
And that'll make the game even easier to stream.
Because they got a thing where you could actually stream it. Also, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. And once you eventually get PS4, somebody will need to get you the Yakuza games.
We'll work on that. We'll work on it. So I'm
not going to stop until everybody I know plays Yakuza. That's my goal. Everyone plays Yakuza. Everyone.
I'd say work on Shades first, because that's going to be a while before I get a PS4. Believe you me. Which is sad. It's called not having money for it, folks. That's what it is. All right.
I know that feeling.
That being said, let's do winners and losers. D-Dub, you know what to do.
Outside of the obvious, I'll give a loser to Michael Cole.
Really?
For daring to show up on SmackDown after all the stuff that happened on Raw. How dare you? Trying to get all your red nonsense here on this blue goodness. Get out of here.
Shame. Cling, cling. Shame. Cling, cling. That's fair enough. I'm going to go with the obvious. WWE for that shit show that was Monday Night Raw. Yeah, on PS Plus, I believe PS4, I believe Yakuza is free on if you have PlayStation Plus, I believe.
If you have PlayStation Plus on PS4, you can get Yakuza Kiwami for free right now.
Yeah.
And as someone just playing that game right now, it is worth $50 right now. 50 at least. It is so fucking good.
It is worth the price of admission is what you're trying to say.
Oh, hell yes.
Fair enough. For me, I'm going to keep it simple. Yeah, WWE for that shit show. And for making me doubt being a wrestling fan. How dare you, you motherfucker!
The audacity.
The balls of cojones on those fuckers.
Oh, Dark Mortimer's getting it right now. Awesome, yes! More
Dude, well, T-Dub, your job is done here.
No, my job is getting started. Like I said, everybody. Everyone! Everyone!
T-Dub, prime opportunity, the prime opportunity lost you do that Leonard Nimoy joke. Well, my job here is done. What do you mean your job here is done? You didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
Oh, didn't I? Speaking of which, Cheap Bug got a latest review out. WCW Mayhem.
Hey, whoa. Stop. We got to do winners first. Manners, my friend.
I just got so excited.
I know. You should be excited. It's a good review. Let's do winners.
My review, WCW Mayhem, now available on YouTube. TWK reviews WCW Mayhem. That's my ultimate winner of the week because I am the greatest love I've ever known.
That's, I should dave you for that, but I'm not. It's good recovery.
But for real, my winner this week goes to Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier, a.k.a. the Rascals finishing maneuver. That was amazing.
I am not even going to argue with that. As soon as I saw that, that's what I wrote on my card right here. Rascals for that finisher. Good Lord. That is creativity, God damn it. We need more of that. Also, Becky Lynch. Because God damn it, we missed you. We missed you.
It was only a couple weeks, but it felt like an eternity.
It felt like fucking years.
And she definitely got the hero's welcome.
She fucking did, and Charlotte got the heels welcome too.
It almost feels like they're subtly actually doing a face and heel turn with the two of them.
It's like the double switch here, which is nice. Also, Mortimer Rib goes, "What is love? Oh, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more." Head bop. Bum, 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 bum.
And Raven says, "I don't fucking know."
All right, then. Now we get to plug your video.
Yep, WCW Mayhem. Now available on YouTube. And I'm currently working on my next review, which should be out within the next 4 days.
Yay. And I'll tell you, Mayhem is one of my favorite games. His video is not wrong. That's all I'm going to say. His video is not wrong. It's a good video. You should check it out.
Thank you. And I'm really excited about my next video because it is very different from any other type of game I've reviewed thus far.
Really? All right. Looking forward to it. And, of course, if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm on Twitter, on Instagram, and I got shows all the place. I got Toku Riffs. Schedule is available in the description, or if you want to type it up in the chat, exclamation point, excuse me.
Why is the RVT bot not working for us during the show?
What do you mean the RVT bot?
I typed in schedule.
You know what? Yeah, I just noticed. I think John turned it off. Turned off the bot because I think the last time it kept doing the request a song.
Oh yeah, it does that. Throughout the whole show, it keeps popping up like every 2 minutes.
Yeah, it pops up the every 2 minutes with the GoFundMe thing, but it popped up the thing popped up there. Anyway, it is in the if you're watching through Twitch, as you should, it should be in the description below the video. Don't worry, you'll still see the video. It should, anyways. And of course, you want to buy some stuff. The Streamlabs gimmick is on the page as well. You could buy a Wrestle-Cast mug. You should. You could drink your beverage in it with it. Words, I speak them. If you want to donate, all that stuff, it's in there as well. Or if you choose to support us, patreon.com/GWK reviews or paypal.me/ManageA316. That's how you support us and give us some money and give me some tips because, God damn it, I need some money. We always need some money.
But only the tips.
Phrasing. Boom, and both berries out. Moving on. That is a show, and I am deeply sorry I went on the depressing rant, but I had to get that shit off my chest.
You had to vent. You had to vent.
To be fair, it didn't help that that it was a shit day at work by no one's volition, by the way. It was just, I'm going to not rant here, but let's just put it this way. The television provider that is providing the television to my company can eat a bag of dicks. So I'm going to say there. Not the company themselves, because they're cool. They provide money and food and the money to get food and then the money for me to go to the places. And my show, oh wow, are you reviewing ET for the 2600?
I don't even have an Atari 2600.
How would you be even able to capture the video for that?
Does it use an AV output?
No, it uses the output of like a cable thing that it's not even like the coaxial thing. It's like a thing you hooked up to the antenna thing.
Then I don't even know how I would even capture that footage. You're right.
Like, how do you do that?
I would have to use some splitters of some sort, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
that's too much effort for me. Nope, not worth it.
Yes, too much effort.
I'm not reviewing anything older than a Super Nintendo game.
And Mortimer, tell Roberto to back off on the ET copies. You could burn them, and they'd still be more. Save yourself from the pollution.
Also, I'd like to note to everyone, I will never review anything older than a Super Nintendo game. That's as old as I go.
Really? Not even a Nintendo? Well, to be fair, the Nintendo wrestling games could eat a fat one.
That, and I'm just not a fan of Nintendo Entertainment System games, really. I played quite a few of them, but they just don't do anything for me, unfortunately.
You know, 2 years ago, I'd go, how fucking dare you? Now I'm like, he's got a point. To be fair, I'm more of a SNES and N64 guy. So.
Yep, especially Super
and
Nintendo
PS2
RPGs.
and PS3,
those are good.
but we're not going to get into too deep into that. But, you know.
Is it time to officially hit the button?
I think it's time to hit the button and say goodbye. Before I do, I will say this. Right off the bat. I love you, man.
Love you too, Matty. Good partner.
Yeah. Because I forgot what I was about to say. Because I actually, you know, so much so, I actually sent in a request for Super OSW 64 this week.
All right.
A few songs for one of my favorite games growing up, Road Rash 64.
I think I may have heard of that one, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Couple of songs by Sugar Ray. There's one by CIV, and there's a great instrumental in there. If it does make it, you will hear it from me on Twitter at MattyJ316. Of course, T-Dub's Twitter is at TWK Official. Boom! Back in the game. And Michael Mortimer, Roberta, burn all the ICO pros. Yes, do that. That being said, well, thank you very much for tuning in and saying hi to us. Again, I apologize for the rant, but I had to vent. I'll be in a better mood, I hope. Yeah, I'm going to tell Easy on Sunday, don't expect a Skype call. I'm not going to watch Raw. I'm going to take a break. That being said, thank you very much for tuning in on behalf of my partner in crime, TWK.
All around the world, statues come before me.
You share your spiel, dude.
Work your gimmick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. My name's Matty Jay, my own professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Have a good one. Have a safe one. And please, when I say have a safe one, don't watch Monday Night Raw. Just don't.
You know what happens when you watch Monday Night Raw? You're shaking hands with danger.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bow. You know what? This is worth it. This is worth stopping the thing. You know, when you're playing with Raw, what are you doing, T-Dub?
You're shaking hands with danger.
Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Now I know what all of you are thinking.
Bullshit! I'm sorry. I just get a little emotionally invested in the series, and I just want it to stop sucking!